Okay, this is the second day of notes for Neoclassicism, and today we will cover the paintings. Okay, there are very few Rococo painters, people that painted in the Rococo time period in France, that switched over to Neoclassicism. But the one that did, and that is very well known, is Jacques-Louis David. It looks like David, but you say it David because it's French. How do you like that? This is the Oath of the Herati. So, this is a classical Roman story of these soldiers who pledged their service to this man, Herati, and they were called the Herati warriors or Herati soldiers. And this is a picture of that. So they're pledging their allegiance here with their hands held, and then these are the women swooning and upset because they know it means they're probably marching off to die and all this stuff. So anyway, definite Roman themes, okay? David used his Roman stories to promote passion for French unity. So, who painted a lot of different stories trying to promote honor and unity in your country. Okay, he also did some historical works, and this is one of them, The Death of Marat. I think you talk about this picture in history. And you learn about this story. But one of the things that David is known for is that he worked very, very hard to not have a single brushstroke show in his painting. So if you blow this up and look at it, you can just see the edges are just as crisp as could be, and you can't see a single ridge or a brushstroke in any of them. He also painted many works that glorified Napoleon. So a lot of his pieces show Napoleon winning battles, people adoring him, things like that. So this is actually his coronation. So this is Napoleon here putting the crown on his queen. This is a humongous painting. This is 20 feet by 32 feet. Notice I did not say inches. I said feet. That is huge. That is taller than any wall we have here, probably twice as tall as this. So this is humongous. Took him 3 years to paint it. So I don't know that I said that, but you need to know all of these paintings and the artists. So I'll flip back through them here real quick. Know that this was called the Oath of the Herati, that this one is called the Death of Marat, and that this is called the Coronation of Napoleon, and these are all pieces by David. Then here's a blow up a little bit of this so you can see how many details. No wonder it took them so long. You can see all the people's faces here in the background. Okay, this is the details on their outfits. Sorry for the odd. With lots of little tiny details, and again, not a single brushstroke on any of those. Okay, one of the most successful of all women painters, especially after this time, is Elizabeth Lebrun. She was about 20 years old when she began to be famous. She's basically famous for her portraits. This is a self-portrait. Sorry, clicked it too soon. This is a self-portrait, so this is her. Make sure you can name this one. She left at least 800 paintings behind, probably more. They're just not all identified to her. She wasn't as strict about not showing her brushstrokes. And one of the reasons she was so well-liked and famous is she was almost like a fashion designer at the same time. Women loved to have them paint her portraits because she would put clothing on them. Like she would embellish their clothing and add fancy things and just make their clothing look so beautiful. And so she was almost like the first fashion designer or a sketch artist for fashions. So this is Therese, Countess of Kinsky. Make sure you can recognize this one and know that Elizabeth Lebrun was the painter. Okay, that's it for today. Nice and short.